I have some points of view which can be deemed controversial, agreed. But overall, my message is a very motivating one, which is why I have so many diehard fans. That is not bad for young men. What's bad for young men is people sitting around watching people do nothing, or watch people be sad all day, all this garbage, and nobody's sitting and telling them to stand up and get to the gym and train hard and work. So I'm good for the world, which is why they had to lie about me, because when they wanted to delete me, they understood they had to try and shift the narrative and convince the world I'm bad. But they have failed, which is why they're going to move on to stage 2 and try and hurt me legally for no reason. The reason I know they failed is because my organization, the War Room, we analyze things in real time. At the height of when me and you first started Twitch streaming, about 82% of all comments on any of my videos were positive, and there was about 18% who were negative and disliked me. At the height of the media attack, when they canceled me, we got down to a point where 55% of comments were positive and 45% of comments were negative on any YouTube video about me. It's now currently 91%. 91% of people who write on my videos are purely supportive. So everybody knows I'm not this bad person. Everybody knows the media lies. Everybody knows the Matrix has attacked me and they've talked a bunch of shit. But now this is what the real world is, and this is what some of the other things is, and this is not a plug at all. But you get to the point where you need to have your own mechanisms. You need to have your own banks, your own financial institutions, and your own ability to speak freely, because the Matrix-controlled platforms are never going to allow people to say things. Adin, I'll tell you now, you have points of view that you cannot say, and you know what they are, but
Right.
you won't say them because you
I
know,
won't.
right?
Yep, you're right.
So, I've built, when I call it the real world, something outside the Matrix. That's why I've built it. It's not to make money or some bullshit. It's for people who understand they want to talk freely and operate freely, but it's no longer about talk freely, Adin. If you say something, we're talking about Kanye, right? He said things they don't like. They took his money away. They'll do the same to you. And they tried to do the same to me. So you need to have your own bank. Adin, if I told you I've started my own bank with a banking license from Estonia, the Bank of Tate, a bank, you would understand why I had to do that. Because I can't have hundreds of millions of dollars anywhere else. I had to start my own bank because of supposedly I'm dangerous somehow to the world for telling men to get in the gym. When the Matrix attacks you, they are ruthless. Luckily, I am so competent, but most men don't have my network. Most men can't open a bank. I can, right? If I was Joe Schmo, I would be wrecked. And what they're doing is they're upping the game. I don't think most people understand that this whole censorship garbage, all these games, this media control, mind control, narrative control is going to get worse, not better. If people like me don't fight, I'm happy to have lost my social medias, Adin. I've been martyred. It's fine. I don't mind taking a suicide mission to try and save the earth so my children's children can speak what's on their mind. If I have to be martyred to cause a crack in the dam of censorship, then so be it. And I feel like I've done that. Already, I am the most famous canceled person ever. I'm on Rumble with more subs than I ever had. You can all find me on there, rumble.com/takespeech. My email list is larger than it's ever been. They haven't canceled me. I haven't gone away. And this is very, very important because there's going to be a time you want to talk, Adin. And I'm building a place where you can talk. And there's going to be time other people want to talk. And they're canceling everyone now, not just me. How many people are they deleting now and censoring? Everybody. This is beyond just likes and follows. This is about the fact that there's going to be scenarios in future very similar to this pandemic we just lived through, where different points of views are going to be censored and they're going to control reality. And controlling reality has very real consequences. People didn't go to funerals of their dead parents. People lost their businesses. For what? For a controlled reality lie. We need to resist this. It's enslavement. It's tyranny. I don't want to be a slave. Do you want to be a slave, Adin? Do you want your children to be slaves? Someone has to stand up and build a system or resist the Matrix to the point where we're allowed differing opinions, because they talk about tolerance and they talk about diversity. But what they want is people who look different for diversity but think the same. What they want for tolerance is people who all agree with their degeneracy. They're not tolerant of my points of view. I thought these were tolerant people. Why are they not tolerant of my points of view, which go counter to their degeneracy? This is all a lie. They orchestrated a massive lie against me. Now, I'm iron-minded. I don't mind. I understand that in every single superhero movie, the superhero has to get knocked back. That's what happens. Batman attacks the enemy. They knock him back. He regroups, and he comes forward victorious. I am a superhero, so it's fine. I know the story arc, and I know that in the end, I will become the most victorious man on the face of the planet because I have never failed. However, most people don't understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. They don't understand it comes from a place of love. I'm not a hateful person, Aiden. I love people. I love the world. I love the people who disagree with me. I love to sit and talk to people who have different points of view. I don't call for anyone to be censored. Read a history book. Those who call for censorship were never the good guys. All of my enemies are desperate for me to disappear because they don't want to hear my points of view because they know they are wrong. I will sit and talk to any of my enemies any time of the day, any day of the week. And I never call for them to be deleted, censored, disappear ever. The censors are always the bad guys, Aiden. We're in the middle of a cultural war that extends on beyond culture into spiritual. This is a spiritual war. This is good versus evil. This is God against the demons, my friend.
I
This
agree.
is important.
For sure, for sure.
So come to Dubai.
Habibi,
I have a,
mashallah.
I have a coffee. I have a coffee waiting for you.
What kind of coffee? So,
What am I gonna do with you, Aiden?
do you want to
You
make
won't
out?
let me. You won't let me fix your life. Please, please, no, please, no more of this kind of shit.
Sorry,
It's
I
haram.
won't do that again. I swear to God, I won't. Yeah, my bad.
It's
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Sorry,
It's
I
haram.
won't do that again. I swear to God, I won't. Yeah, my bad.
It's haram.
Yeah, yeah.
What?
Wait.
Why won't you let me? Why won't you let me fix your life?
I'm not ready yet, bro. You know what I mean? I'm not ready yet. Like I wanna figure this shit out. You know what I'm saying?
How many children do you want to have, Aiden?
Maybe 4. I wanna
How
have
many
4.
boys? How many girls?
I wanna have 2 boys, 2 girls. I wanna have 4. I wanna have 4 kids on a farm and raise them in a small town with animals.
That's a good. That's noble. Like Nebraska, small town, or like not that bad.
More like Wisconsin.
Yeah, I understand. Well, that's a noble pursuit. How old do you want to be when you start doing that?
What are you, like, pushing 40 now? So how many kids do you have?
35. And if you guess the number correctly, I'll tell you.
2 kids?
2. Two. You talk. You think I'm some
5 kids?
5? You think I'm some
10?
closer? It's
12?
around there.
Okay, you have kids. Damn, I didn't know that.
Why wouldn't I?
Did they all have different baby mothers?
I mean, not all different, but there's been a few ovens to bake the bread. Women are slow, G. Like, I say this all the time. I'm like, listen, I have no problems having kids with one woman. It's fine. But if you're going to take 9 months to grow a single, simple baby, then you're just messing about. That's your problem.
Come on, bro.
If you'll do it in 2 weeks and get your act together and be faster, then we won't have to do all this. But if you're going to take 9 months and mess about, then I need 20. So, I have no choice but to have 4 wives as Allah intended. That's why God told us men to have 4 wives, because they knew we needed large families and that women are slow. Allah understands. God understands. His word is golden for a reason. Do you
I
have
see.
4 wives yet?
Nah, I got none.
If you got yourself a nice Islamic wife, she wouldn't cheat on you. She'd cook for you. She'd look after you. She wouldn't have an OnlyFans. Most of the problems you're facing currently with women can be solved by Islam.
Really?
I just told you why.
Wait, they actually don't cheat?
She'd have decency. She'd cover up. She'd be God-fearing. If her family would also keep an eye on her, so her family would tell her to obey her husband. She'd want your children. She'd look after you. Islamic women are the best. They understand that the best way to serve God is to also serve their husbands.
Where do I get one at?
So most of your problems could be solved through Islam.
Where do I get an Islamic woman at?
You must become a Muslim yourself first, my friend. And being a Muslim is not easy. There's a lot to learn. It's a long journey. Even I'm not a scholar. I'm learning. There's a lot to learn about how it works and the true word of God and the Quran and learning Arabic, etc. is not easy. But if you come to Dubai, you can begin the journey and you can talk to the same people I've talked to. And then halas, you get yourself an Islamic wife. And before you know it, you get to live in peace and happiness without worrying about getting plowed on an OnlyFans account. Have you subbed yet and seen what the new man's doing to her?
No.
You don't want to see it?
I'd rather not, bro.
Well, it's a cold world, Aiden.
Will you come to my mitzvah? I'm Jewish. Will you come to my mitzvah?
Where is it?
I don't know. I'm probably going to have it in Miami.
Miami, I might maybe go to Miami at some point. Maybe. But you have to understand that the worldly goods, that people find interesting, I'm totally and utterly beyond. I don't care about money. I have too much of it. I don't need fame. I have enough of that. I don't want hoes. I don't want sex with random women. I don't want clubs. I don't want restaurants. All of that is boring to me. The only thing that I find interesting is genuinely trying to save humanity by combating the matrix and opening up minds to be freed and worshiping God and God blessing me and favoring me and trying to become the best version of myself. All that shit is not interesting to me. So everything in Miami is just it's repulsive. There's nothing in Miami for me. Does that make sense? If you went to Miami and you didn't want sluts, didn't want drugs, and didn't want to go to restaurants and clubs, why are you in Miami? There's nothing there. It's just degenerate godlessness. I don't like it. I hope you understand me. I'll do my best for you, but I don't like it. I'm here in Dubai. It's beautiful. The mosque is close by. I've got very important work to do. I'm going to go to a center of disabled children and donate $100,000 tomorrow. I'm going to look after them. I have things to do which are good for me and good for the world. I don't see what I can do in Miami. What I can go to the club and be famous and stand with rappers and some girl who everyone's. I could do that. I could put my in number 82. Yeehaw! I win. Look what I did. I'm such a cool guy. Look, I banged this girl just because she has fake. It's vapious. It's empty. I don't want to do any of these things, Adin. I don't want to go. You have to understand. I don't need to
So
do
what?
any
Can
of
I
the
ask you a
shit
question?
I'm doing.
What is the meaning of life then, bro? Like what are we here for?
Once you realize that hedonism is a black hole and that you can pour endless attempts at filling it, you can endless girls. There's always a new one to. You can make endless money. There's always new money to make. Hedonism is a black hole, and if you're going to live that way, you're never going to feel satisfied. You have to genuinely decipher, be perspicacious enough to look around you and work out what you think the world needs, and then try your very best to fulfill God's will to make the world a better place. You know what makes me happy? I'll
What?
tell you. I'll walk down the street and I'll see a construction worker here in Dubai who's working for $300 a month, and I'll just hand him a couple thousand dirhams at random. I like walking into the Starbucks and just paying for everyone's drink, just putting down for
Oh.
$500 to say everyone gets coffee. I like I like rescuing the dogs in Romania. I have a charity that rescues dogs in Romania. I like doing things that make me feel good inside because I know it pleases God. I will not if I go to the club in Miami, top G, top G, top G. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everyone says I'm top G. I get some girl, she's really hot. Okay, fine. I f her. But unless we make a family one day, there was no point in any of it. It's just degenerate.
It's
And to make a family
pointless.
with a girl from Miami, is hard because they don't know how to be mothers anymore. They don't know how to be a good, soft mother and look after the child and look after their man because they're broken
So
people.
who's the best? Who's the best?
So why would I do that? I
What's
don't want. I don't
where
want
do
to
you
do that.
where do you find a good mother?
Well, a good mother needs to be a woman who understands that her feminine imperative and her duty is to be a mother. That's her duty to femininity as a whole. It's the most important and beautiful thing a woman can do is be a mother. But a girl who reluctantly becomes a mother or thinks that her career or going to the club or hanging out with her friends is just as important as being a mother is never going to be good at it. You're only good at the things you respect.
And I would say it
Someone
goes
who's going
both
to be a
ways.
good.
And if a dad's doing the same thing, going to the club and stuff, it's a bad dad. It's the same thing.
Correct. You need to understand, but it's still slightly different because as a man, you have an imperative to be a father, but you also need to make an imprint on the world so that you're a role model for your children to emulate. Whereas a mother doesn't have to be a role model in the same sense. She has to look after, nurture, care, provide the basics, change diapers, make sure the kid's okay, make sure the kid is happy.
But
But
the
the
dad could
father
change
might
the
have to
diaper.
go.
The dad could change the diaper too.
I've never changed a diaper in my life.
Okay.
Because the point I'm making is the man goes away to war and comes back with stories of honor and valor to inspire his children. The woman doesn't do that. The woman keeps the children alive while the man's away. So I'm saying that a woman who understands that being a mother is the best thing she could possibly be will be a good mother. Miami girls don't think that. Miami think that girls think that get the most Instagram followers and go to the best club nights matters more. And I don't want to sleep with a woman who I'm not going to have a future and a family with anymore. For me, I've done all of it. And it's not, I'm not saying it's necessarily inherently bad, but you get to a point where you understand that is a waste of your energy, is a waste of your masculine imperative. I'll tell you another thing. A lot of men like sleeping with girls because of the ego hit, right? So when you get a lot of these other Twitch streamers who think they're famous, what they actually are, some just lit a lawnmower. Let me look at him and make him go away. Wait. He's leaving. He knows. He doesn't want to smoke. So what happens with a lot of these other Twitch streamers, they're losers, right? And inside their heart, they know they're losers. And they know without the internet, they'd never be anything because they've never achieved anything in the real world. They don't have any real world businesses, any real world achievements. They've never been a champion, nothing. So they're actually very hollow and sad inside. And that's why they need to sleep with girls to try and feel better about themselves and prove to themselves they're actually some kind of man. But here's the thing, that if I sleep with a girl now, who wins, me or her? Her.
Her.
I don't get to win. If I go pick up a girl in the club and I bring her back to the house and she does Instagram story with the Bugatti, with the McLaren, at the mansion, top G, hundreds of millions of dollars. I slept with Andrew Tate. She gets to brag. I don't get to brag that I banged some girl. Okay, yeah, she's hot. But there's so many hot girls. There's millions of hot girls. Who cares? I banged a hot girl. She gets to brag she banged me. She's the one who's getting all the clout. If she's getting all the clout, why am I spending my calories staying up all night for her? For what? Why am I giving my masculine energy away to make someone famous? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be around any of these degenerate girls. Adin, do you know how many girls I've caught trying to make sly Instagram stories just because they're sitting next to me, trying to get sly clout?
What do you do when they try to do that?
I tell them to stop, because this is the thing. The world and the Matrix has tried to convince everyone that women hate me because I'm misogynist. It's absolutely opposite. Women come up to me and say, you're firstly a real man. You're not like that fucking, who's the guy who wears dresses with long hair on Twitch? Who's obsessed with girls driving better than him? Your friend.
Hassan.
Yes. They're like, finally, you're a real man. Women come up to me and they adore me. They literally offer me their hand in marriage. You're a real man. You understand to protect and provide. You're so brave. You say what you're supposed to say. You're exactly like my father was. You're not a coward. Women throw themselves at me for telling the truth. Women have always loved a man of substance and standard and an alpha male. Women are desperate to be seen with me. At every single party, they're begging for selfies, trying to get pictures. They want to be seen with me because they know that if you're standing next to top G, at least the world's going to see you, think you're a woman of substance. But I'm telling you, I do my very best to avoid all of this, Adin. I'm in a mansion right now. I could be doing a Dan Bilzerian. Dan's a G. I love Dan. I've seen him a bunch of times and he's super smart. I could do the same. I could have 50 girls here. And guess how many girls are in my house, Adin? 0. I don't want them here. I want a woman who loves me, who protects my spirit. If a woman will not pray for me every night, why do I even need her near me?
Do you have a woman in your life that loves you and protects your spirit?
Completely. Absolutely.
Where is
And
she?
I don't see, they're around, close by. But the point is, the last thing I'm going to do is buy dinner for a who doesn't pray for me every night. Every one of my wives prays for me every night. Do you understand how powerful that is, Adin?
Yes.
Have you ever had?
No, I have not.
Have you ever had beautiful women praying for you every night that you were going to be safe and protected against the attacks of the Matrix? Have you ever had multiple beautiful women sitting in a circle, all praying for you at once?
No.
No, you haven't. You've had multiple women sitting in a circle drinking alcohol and saying they want to get and saying they want to do videos and pictures for OnlyFans, and it's degenerate, it's bad for your spirit and bad for your soul. If you had those exact same beautiful girls, pure of heart and pure of they weren't tearing through, sitting there praying for you, your life would be better. You'd feel happier. You need to find something beyond the hedonism you are entrapped in. You can't fall. This is what the devil wants you to do, Adin. The devil wants me to take my millions and go to Miami and girls. But I know that no happiness can come of it. I know that girls are going to get a bunch of clout. I'm probably going to end up with chlamydia. And nothing good is going to happen. It's fine. And I'm here to help you and everybody else who wants to escape the Matrix. I've told everyone how. Anyone who thinks I'm full of shit and I'm crazy and I'm a liar and I'm a scammer and all this, fine. Stay inside the Matrix. It's fine. But anybody who wants to understand the realities of the world from a spiritual perspective, from a mentality perspective, and also a financial perspective, because you can't be very free if you're broke. If you're broke, the Matrix will always control you because you'll always have a boss. You know, Adin, this is why I teach people how to make money. Because if I teach you how to make money, then you can think for yourself. You can't think for yourself if you have a job. This is the only reason I teach people how to make money, so that people can stand up and talk. Could I act and say the things I say if I was poor, Adin? No. It is your duty to God to get rich. Because unless you are rich, you're always going to be a slave. It is your duty to God to get rich. This is why I teach it.
Right.
That's what all of this is. That's what all of my things are. And before anyone says I'm here selling or some bullshit, go to Cobra Tate and send to a free email. It's free. But we must free the minds, Adin. I want you to spend. I don't know what time it is in Miami, but I want you to
I
go
don't
to
live
bed
there.
tonight and take 5 minutes. Take 5 minutes as you go to sleep and think, is what I'm doing for the world, yes, it's improving my life. Yes, I'm getting subs. Yes, I'm famous. Is what I'm telling the world making the world better? Think about it. See
Okay.
how you can curate your messaging.
Okay.
Perhaps you can inject a little bit of programming that's genuinely going to be good for Earth.
Okay.
God will smile upon you,
Okay.
as will I.
Okay.
I love you very much, Adin. I think you're a fantastic individual with huge potential.
Thank you, bro. I mean, I love when you tell me I love you because I can feel how strong and powerful that is. No weird shit. Like I really feel it, like in my heart. I love you too, bro. I love you. You're my boy. Thank you, bro. I really, really want to let you know, like you do mean a lot to me. When I'm ready to open my heart up to you, I got you. I promise. Like I will give you all me. I swear. I promise you. I'm not just saying that to say that, bro. I got you. Like I want you to literally know that love is the only answer. Mashallah, Habibi. And I will see you in Dubai soon. Okay.
Stay in touch.
Peace, bro.